Hello, boys and girls. How are you today? How's everything? Well, how are you tonight? How was your day? Good?
Teacher, thank you. And yours?
Hello,
Good,
teacher.
good.
Good
Hi,
night.
Natalia. Okay, my dear friends, let me tell you what's the plan for tonight. Well, we have to continue with what we were working on last class. Do not worry that, of course, we are going to check that because that was the last thing you guys were doing and we could not check it. I hope all of you are okay. And I'm going to give you a little task to do while I check the attendance. Okay? But before that, let me tell you what's the plan. Okay, today is May 24th, second class of this cycle 9. I sent you an email. Did you get the email?
Yes, teacher.
Awesome. Yes. I know that maybe if you check in the folder is kind of empty. Do not worry. I will adapt it today when we finish the class. Okay? I will just upload the two meetings. Well, the two slides meetings, yeah, the one from last night and this one. But it was very important for me that you guys have access to that folder because today we have an activity in which you guys are going to register your performance there. Yeah, so you need to access it. Okay, plan for today. We are going to continue doing what we were doing last night for the first part of the meeting because I know that the reading was a little bit hard to understand. It is necessary for us to go through the whole vocabulary. It has a lot of colloquial expressions, a lot of idioms, you know, a lot of, how can you say, like slang. So it is okay. I'm going to go through the reading with you. I'm going to explain some vocabulary that I selected that maybe you guys were doubting about. So do not worry about it. I don't want you to feel like, well, the teacher just asked us to read and we didn't check anything and she didn't explain. No, it's okay. We are going to do it today. Yeah, so that's going to be the first part. And after that, we will plan a fantasy dinner together. Well, not together, you and another person. Yeah, that's like the final product of the class today. So as usual, and I say usual because yesterday you were so active, so I hope you guys are active today too. Questions, comments, anything you want to add? No? Okay. We are missing 3 people from your group. Did they miss class today or just this part? Well, don't worry that I'm going to check the attendance. So, as we were talking about how social media can affect ourselves, yeah, I decided to start the class today with this warm-up in which you guys are going to classify a certain set of situations, yes, between physical health, mental health, and social health. So basically they give you one situation and you just have to relate it, yes, with physical health, mental health, and social health. How this situation or which of these 3, yes, can be affected by this situation. For example, she never goes out, she's always at home. Do you think this is related to physical health, mental health, or social health? Which one?
Maybe social health?
Social health? Yeah, right? Social because it's the way we interact with other people, is how interested we feel about socializing. Yeah, very good. So that's basically what you have to do, and that way you can also learn some new vocabulary. When we are done with the exercise, we will continue with the reading and we will do it together, and I have some vocabulary for you that is going to be very important in order to understand the whole reading that you were doing last night. Okay? I don't want you to feel lonely. You are with me. Last night because you were discussing with another friend, but now we are going to do it all together. I will give you the important or clue vocabulary. That way we can understand the reading. Okay, my dear friends, let's start with this. While you work on this, I check the attendance. Wait. Here we are. You guys have the link of the activity in the chat. Go ahead. Okay, here we are. Gerson Arismendi.
Present, teacher.
Jean-Claude Barrera.
Present, teacher.
Yesid Calderon.
Present, teacher.
Natalia Camargo.
Present, teacher.
Andrés Camilo Correa.
Present, teacher.
Silvia Cuellar.
Present, teacher.
Joan Duque.
Present, teacher.
Elkin Fernández. Elkin. Elkin, hello? No? But Elkin was in class, the other one, okay. Julián Figueroa. Hello, Julián? No?
Present, teacher.
Ginette Pontecha. Ginette. Carlos Andrés Galán.
Present, teacher.
Mabeli Gamboa.
Present, teacher.
José Gómez. José Alejandro Gómez García. Ok. Lizeth Carolina Tarazona.
Present, teacher.
Awesome. Carlos Andrés Galán. No, sorry.
Okay, teacher.
Sorry,
Okay.
Carlos. Yeah, okay, excuse me. Ginette Pontecha. Elkin. Elkin Darío Fernández. Okay. Okay, my dear friends. Did you finish? Was it okay?
Yes, teacher.
No,
Yes,
no,
teacher.
teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. Just tell me when you are done. Okay, Jose. Elkin, what about you? Hello.
Hi, teacher.
Okay. Well. because it's having lots of problems with the connection. So Elkin is here. And Jose too. So Jeanette Valentina is not. That's the only one.
Here, teacher.
What's
Ya,
that?
ya me funcionó.
Okay. I know you guys found the word dumped in the vocabulary. Didn't you ask yourself about that one? I say that because that was one of the examples that came out here when I sent the link. It hurts when you are dumped. You understand the word dumped?
No, teacher.
It is when you have a relationship, yeah, like a romantic relationship, and suddenly it ends, you know. So of course you feel bad. Yeah, it's more like that way.
Oh,
So to
okay.
end a romantic relationship with someone, you are having one. Yeah, that's the meaning of dumped in that context. Because dump in another context will be like when you throw away things you need, like material or waste or garbage. Yeah, but in this context that we are talking about, relationships, getting together, people, events, that's the meaning of that one. So I think I selected a good exercise for introducing our class today. Yeah, because it kind of connects what we have been talking. Yes? Okay, my dear friends, questions about the exercise? Oh, Julian, yeah, cool. Well, let me see. I can send you the link, but we are going to continue with that lesson. If you want to work on it, that's okay. I'm just sending it here in the chat again. It was just basically, like a warm-up, like just to start with our topic. I selected that one because I think is good because we have been talking about, how social media gets all our attention, and maybe in some cases it can also affect our health. So, no questions? Let's go because we have a lot of things to do tonight. And sometimes we are just like run of time. Okay. This one was the exercise we were working on. And now we are going to go through the reading together. But before that, I consider necessary to go through this vocabulary. I have a question. Maybe you guys read the text again today without me? Maybe you guys, when finish the class, you say, oh my God, this one has a lot of vocabulary that I don't understand. Maybe I'm going to check. Yes or no? No, right? Even for just asking me questions? No? Well, I have done the homework for you, of course. So here I have some of the words that maybe I think my students may have about the reading you were doing. As soon as we analyze this vocabulary, we can go through the reading, and that way I think we have a better understanding. What do you think? You like my plan?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. You guys are so quiet tonight. What's wrong? Is your mind about to blow with all the future forms that you were studying? Is it? No? Just tired? Okay. Here we are. We may have 750 friends online, but we're lonely. New words. Maybe you guys were asking yourself about geek. Did you ask about that last night? When you were reading with another person? No? Didn't you have that question? Well, Again, it's an event with a live performance by someone such a musician or a comedian with small audience. You cannot say that is the same of a concert because of course concerts have crowds. You understand the word crowd? Guys, why are you so quiet?
Like many people there.
Yes, yes, thank you. You cannot say that your backpack is crowded. Your backpack is full because it just, keeps objects. But metro station, concerts, stadiums are crowded. They have crowds. Okay, so that's big in this context. Within, inside, or not farther than an area of period of time. Maybe you say, why is the teacher just telling us this vocabulary? Because when we are going to read, we need the understanding of this. Scroll through. To more information on a computer, screen up or down, it could be your computer or your cell phone, of course, so you can see a different part of a document, yeah? Or whatever you are just checking on the media. That's what we do, scroll through. Scroll up, scroll down, yeah? Sometimes, I don't know, but it happens to me. Sometimes I find myself just scrolling through for a long time. It's like, oh my goodness, even without checking anything with interest. Okay, a constant drip of information. It is a flow of information, but in small amounts, arriving intermittently. It's not like all at once, but just like one, like pop-ups, notifications, yeah? It is when the messages arrive one at a time rather than a single daily download, which in some cases, yeah, makes them a constant distraction or irritation. Do you understand a drip of information? Maybe, for example, to simplify things, we can say that this is just like when we receive a lot of notifications, that's a drip of information. And I think we have this daily, yeah, like one from Instagram, one from Facebook, another one here for, I don't know, Twitter, something like that. Okay, oh my God, what? It repeated, scroll through, I'm so sorry. Why that? Just to be connected. Why that? In a very specific and technician way, why that will be related to cords or cables. But you can also be wired up. It means connected. Okay, questions about this? Any question? No? Okay. And to
No,
finish,
teacher.
thumbing. Thumbing. This is our thumb. Do you guys know the names of the fingers? Do you? Guys, do you know the names of the fingers?
Just the thumb.
Which ones? They said. This one?
Little finger.
Yes and no. Julian, it is very common to call it little finger, but that is another name. Actually, it's a proper name for it.
I don't know.
When you are doing this with someone, what's that? That's a pinky promise. You may see this in movies. Pinky promise. Okay. So this is pinky. That's the name of it, pinky. This is the ring.
Ring.
Yeah, the ring finger. Very good. I don't want to show you the other one without, like with just one that. But this one,
Heart finger.
that's the heart. I don't want to show you like the other way because that would be rude. So that's the heart. What about this? When you point, you're usually using it. Yeah, like you point at things. What's this? This is the index, like the index in that book index, because you use it for pointing.
Is the same like in Spanish? we use indice
Yeah,
and it word meet index, índice de lo que significa.
in the context of the book, the content of the book. Yeah, you are right. Someone is saying, I don't even know their names in Spanish. Yeah, Natalia, I should have started, you know, from that beginning. Yeah, asking you guys if you know them in Spanish and later on if you know them in English. Actually, I don't know why, but I know them in Spanish since I was a little girl. My grandma told them to me. Yeah. Okay, and this one, when I say like last night, I remember that I told you something. This is a common expression to show approval. Yeah.
Thumbs up.
And sometimes you say thumbs up if you understand. Thumbs up if you understand the instruction. Thumbs up if you like. Thumbs up if you agree. And that's actually the symbol of likes in social media. Yeah. So this one, thumbing, you know that these words are very colloquial, you know, and you saw that the text you guys were reading last night is written in a very informal way. So that's why we need to do something like this. We need to go through the vocabulary that we don't understand because in some cases, most of the cases, they have different meanings according to the context. Yeah? So, thumbing is a method of typing that employs only thumbs, could be one, or just the new way to indicate that you are texting or checking info online. Because you usually move your thumbs like this, or you can just move your index to scroll up and down, and your thumbs are, you know, doing most of the movement. Okay? So it's like a new word, you know, the new way to indicate something. And you know that language is so wonderful that creates new words according to generations, according to context, according to necessity. And now we are talking a lot about social media and everything related to it, so new words come up. Okay, my friends, the thrill, the emotion of excitement, the feeling, prize someone to separate him from something else. I have a question because I feel lonely. Do you guys know what we're doing? I mean, maybe you remember this vocabulary from last night when you were reading. Do you? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, awesome. Because if you don't, it doesn't make sense what we are doing. Yeah? Okay.
Sorry. Again?
No, Julian, I was just asking if you understand the point of this activity, you know? Last night you were reading a text and maybe it was like a little bit hard to understand because we did not have the understanding of the words. So that's why I selected this word that could be clue in the reading. Okay, prize someone. Sorry, Julian.
Could you explain me prize someone, you know, with other words?
Sure. Prize someone to separate him from something else. I wrote him because I was talking about the guy in the text. But basically, I think it's very literal. The meaning is very literal. It's when you are doing something or attached to something and you need to separate that person from doing that or from that object. In that case, in this context, when you are just focused on yourself, when you are thumbing all the time and maybe your mom needs you for something else, like, you know, needs your help or needs you to go and have dinner, for example. So she needs to prize you. Yeah.
Okay.
So it separates you from what you are doing or from the object that in that case is the cell phone. Chatter away, to talk quickly and continuously, usually about things which are not important. We chatter away in the media, like, I don't know. I'm going to use a Spanish word or expression that I have seen very recently and it's very common. Sí soy. Yeah, you see, that's chatter away. It's like, yeah, you are just like just talking about that thing, but maybe that's not important. You are just reacting to something. Do you understand the idea? Boys and girls? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe when we go through the reading, Yeah, we point out that one and you say, ah, okay, now I understand. Okay, paradoxically, a surprising or self-contradictory statements like, oof, it's even hard in Spanish. Okay, so basically we can just summarize it with contradictory, it's like, maybe I want this, but I do this, yeah? It's like a contradiction, that's it. Go cold turkey, very idiomatic, that's a slang expression. You go cold turkey when you suddenly stop using the substance after having used it for a while. In this case, we are talking about an addiction. Yeah? You can be addicted to work, like workaholic. You can be addicted to, I don't know, any other things. And addiction usually has a negative connotation. So it means something that really, really gives you something that you don't need or doesn't help you. Julian, thank you for raising your hand. What's that?
Like abstinencia.
That one, Julian, is what happens after you go cold turkey. You know what I mean? So that one, that's the stage, yeah, that happens after you do this. So after you stop with the addiction. Yes? Is it clear now? So,
Not really.
not really? Okay, Julian, you said that, well, the period in which you need that you left, yes, is not cold turkey, because that one is when you stop. So for example, you are addicted, let's put it in the context we are talking about. You go cold turkey, I don't know, with using your cell phone or social media because you are doing it all the time. You don't even pay attention to your family members who live with you. So if you decide to go cold turkey, it's because you stop doing it abruptly. You leave the home, the phone, and you say, I'm not going to use it anymore. So that is go cold turkey. The action of abruptly stop doing something that is not good for you. Yeah. What you mentioned is what comes after. That is the stage of wanting to go back. Do you understand now?
Okay, yes. Oh, yes.
Awesome. Okay, and that's the vocabulary I selected. So let's go through the reading. Oh no, this is my answer that I shared last night, but you guys are going to share with me. So let's go to the book. Back. I was doing this with the other one. Okay, here. Your task last night was to tell me this. Well, we already discussed this, we talked about this. Your task was with another person, yeah, with your classmates. You had to tell me how communication media affects the author's daily routine, social events like dinner parties and gigs, and his relationships with his friends and girlfriend. That was your task last night. We could not check that. We did it very quickly. But later on, I understood and I realized that we needed to go through the reading together because there were a lot of words that maybe you did not understand. Now that you understand, let's go through the reading and let's discuss those things. Okay. Maybe we can take some turns for reading. Who can help me with the first one? He spends his life emailing, texting, and Twittering, so why does Andy Jones feel so isolated? Who can start with paragraph 1? Come on, let's practice. Thank you, Jose, for raising your hand. Let's go.
Okay, whatever I'm doing, wherever I am, I will tell you about it. My phone and my laptop are within constant touching distance. Whether I'm eating, drinking, in the shower, at the gig, or watching the football. Before I get up every morning, I check my email, my texts, and my Twitter feed. By the time I've got out of the shower, it is time to do it again.
Thank you, Jose. Okay, so here he's just giving us, you know, an introduction about what he does. Yeah. And he says whether he's eating, drinking in the shower, at a gig that is a social event, remember that I told you? So he's checking his phone. She's not good. Any other new vocabulary from here? Not really? Okay. Second paragraph. Who can help us, please? Come on, guys.
Me, teacher.
Thank you, Mabeli. Oh, Mabeli raised her hand, so she's gonna do it and later. Okay, thank you.
I have a constant retrieve of information from any of the 150 online friends and followers that I associate with. Yet I have never felt, teacher, how is the pronunciation? Lonelier.
Lonelier. Mhm.
How does a 28-year-old man get like this? I'm a rational professional man with a beautiful girlfriend and long-standing mates.
Thank you, Mabel. Any question about vocabulary from here, apart from retrieve of information that I already explained? Not
Teacher,
really.
what is the mean of long standing?
Long-standing mates means or relates to the relationship you have had for a long time. Yeah, relationship that have existed in your life, like your best friend, for example. I don't know, maybe a relative that is a very good friend of you. So that's long-standing mates. I see a lot of hands raised. So Natalia, what do you want to ask? Sorry.
Now, teacher, I wait
You
my turn
wanted to read?
for, yes.
Thank you. So you're going to be next. Thank you. It's because you know that I see like hands. So sometimes it's not that I ignore you. It's just like you know, like you have to wait a little bit. Thank you, Natalia. Any other question apart from long-standing mates? Well, you understand the word mate, right? This text is full of colloquial language. You know, like, well, why don't you say friends? Well, why don't you say mates? Okay, very informal. Let me tell you something. Be careful if you speak very informal language. It depends on the context, it depends on the situation. It depends on, you know, like the relationship you have with the person you're talking. Sometimes it can be very weird and strange to just use, you know, colloquial language. Okay. Next one, Natalia, can you help us?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you.
The third, I'm not alone in feeling like an island. In a recent survey of young people, 60% say they found it difficult to make friends in real life compared with online. I'm way beyond being an outward teen, but I'm waited, waited, waited at most of the day, as are most of my friends. I go to parties, pubs, and dinners, but I'm there only in spirit. Far from bringing me closer to people, my phone drifts me further away. I can't tell you how many followers I have on Twitter, but cannot remember the last time I say my housemates from university.
Thank you so much. Questions, my dear friends, from this vocabulary? Well, we have wired up, the one that we discussed, that is connected. What else?
Way beyond being awkward thing.
Sorry, Julian, which one?
This phrase and way beyond being an awkward thing.
Okay. Well, do you understand the word awkward? Yes, maybe. Okay. Awkward teen, yes, or awkward teenager is usually the person people bother, people bully, you know, oh, nerds, or the one that has spots on his face, or the one that acts weird, or, you know, so in that context, he says that he's not like that. So I'm way beyond being an awkward teen, you know, like, well, there is no reason for me to feel lonely or isolated, yeah, because I'm way beyond being an awkward teen. It's like not like that, yeah. That's the expression.
Yep.
Beyond. Okay, what else?
Teacher, further away.
Further away. Where is it? From far from bringing me closer. Yeah, far from bringing me closer to people, my phone drives me farther away. So this is like an analogy. What do you want to do with your phone? Be connected with people, but it does the opposite. It just, you know, brings me a lot of distance between people and me. So that's farther away. Yeah, lots of distance. Okay, far from bringing me closer is like, no, it doesn't do that to me because it just, you know, drives me farther away. So that's the opposite. What else? I think that's okay. Compared, okay, upper, what up, as you see, connected. Yeah. Okay. Next one, please. Who can read paragraph 4? Thank you, Carlos, for raising your hand.
Okay, teacher. Social networking and the internet has made me need to scroll through something constantly. I'll be doing at the pub at 9 p.m. At 8:50 p.m. I'll still be sitting on my bed, strumming online. Then it's 9:30. Then it's closing time, and I'm still in my flat, alone in the dark. I download albums, the another, but barely listen to 10. Their thrill is looking for things to listen to rather than the listening. When my long surfing girlfriend comes around, she has to praise me from my phone or the internet. The moment she's gone, my mind wants the hyperactivity that the internet and social networking provide.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you, Carlos. So, new vocabulary, guys. We already discussed, scroll through. What else? Okay. I think that's clear. I'm not sure. Oh, the thrill. Yes, look, I download albums, then another, but barely listen to them. Barely is like almost never. Yeah. The thrill is looking for things to listen to rather than the listening. So I like that part because it really explains that this is an addiction, you know? It's like I download albums and then another one and then another one, even if they're not important for me. Why? Because the real emotion that is the thrill in this context is just looking for things. I don't care about listening. I'll be you. Natalia, this is just to say that I will be there. Yeah, it doesn't have any other meaning or context. I will be there. That's a bit you. What else? Price. Look, this is what we were discussing. Like when my long-suffering girlfriend comes around, she has to prize me for my phone. I'm so busy checking my phone. She comes to see me and I don't care. So she has to prize me. It's like separate me from the phone. Yeah? Okay, what else? Long-suffering. Well, this is just like an idea of saying that poor girl. Yeah? She's not like having a good time with this situation. So that's why they use the adjective long suffering in this context. Like when you are not having a good time, when you are suffering from something or any situation. In this context, because he's always checking the phone. What else? That's it, I think. Any other one? Do you think that now you have a better idea about the reading than the time you guys were working together and maybe you did not know the vocabulary? Yeah? Much
Yes, teacher.
better. Okay, cool. Let's continue with paragraph 5. Isolate. Yes, it. Thank you for raising your hand. You want to read or you have a question?
No, to read, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I feel insulated during work hours. I shuttered away on social networking sites, the lagging tags. I'm in a constant state of distraction. Paradoxically, I no longer see the very people I want to see because I have been talking to them all day. That is all, teacher.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you, Gisette. I feel isolated. Isolated means to be, by your own, far away from people, lonely. Okay, during work hours, I chatter away. That one. Remember that I told you that chatter away is just, like react to something you don't care. To talk, or give just like a comment or words, but it's not really important. For you? Oh, Elkin, this one is like a contradiction. Yeah? Like, for example, this is very silly. That I no longer see the very people I want to see because I have been talking to them all day. So it's a situation that doesn't make sense. It's like paradoxically means a contradiction. Yeah? It's like, well, I want to be connected with the people all the time, but I don't see them because I'm talking to them all the time, So that's like the idea of something that is a paradox. Do you understand? I know it can sound like a very sophisticated word, but if you want to make it simple, just think about a contradiction. Something that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think that technology can be a paradox if you don't use it well, because as we have mentioned, it has the purpose of getting us connected, but it can also just, bring us farther away from each other. Julian, thank you for raising your hand. What's that?
Oh, for the reading the next.
Thank you. Okay, go.
Okay. Last weekend, I threw a dinner party. The moment that the food arrived, one best mate aged and 26 got up to make a phone call. My other best mate, 27, sat through dinner checking Twitter football scores. What's worse is that I didn't think either was being rude. Social networking dominates. At the Five Festival last year, we spent half a day looking for somewhere so that one of our party could charge his phone. Once charged, he spent all of Rihanna's headline set reading updates from Twitter about a gig that he was already at.
Thank you so much for helping me with. What about this one? Remember that in this context of having events, you guys can use have, go on, make, yes, use with all different events. But I bring two new ones that maybe you discuss with your teacher, Laura, and it's throw and run. Yes? Throw or run a party. It means that you are in charge of it. That's very colloquial language that you can use to sound like more natural, and very informal. Okay, like this, through a dinner party. What else? Okay, Saturday dinner, blah, blah, blah.
Headline, teacher.
What is it?
Rihanna's headline. Here.
Oh,
Start
here.
reading.
Oh, yeah. Rihanna's headline is the first part of her performance. Like, for example, when she starts saying hi and, you know, like presenting herself and blah, 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 all the first songs that she's going to perform. That's the headline. So it's so funny because he was talking about that event that he wanted to go, but later when he was there, he was missing it. Yeah? Weird. Sylvia, you have a question or do you want to read?
I want to read.
Thank you. So no more questions? Okay. Thank you. Last two paragraphs, please.
Okay. The terrifying thing is the none of us can go cold turkey. I dropped Facebook for 6 months last year, but came back because I was missing invitation. It was as if I didn't exist. If you are an alcoholic, you can avoid booze, but how do I avoid the internet or my phone? I needed to do my job because my employers demand that they can contact me at any time. That's the problem with social networking. You are hardwired, hardwired in, but you are always the same cool distance apart.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Cool. Now do you have a better understanding of the expression go cold turkey? The terrifying thing is that none of us can go cold turkey. So the bad thing, the really worrying thing, is that none of us can stop with that addiction. Booze. Okay, Julian. Wait a second. Yeah. So is go cold turkey. Okay, good. Now booze. You can avoid booze. That is alcoholic drinks. That's the meaning of booze. Okay. What else? Any other? That's the problem with social networking. You are hiding.
Hard
So
hardwired wording.
hardwiring is the same. We just mentioned wired. When you are wired up, you are very connected. So this is the same. Yeah. The problem with social networking is that you seem to be hardwired. So it means that you seem to be connected. Yeah. But you are always at the same cool distance apart. So hardwired is like strong connection. So you are connected. Questions, my dear friends. Did you learn a lot of vocabulary? Yeah? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Awesome. Before we continue talking about vocabulary, because here we have a listening exercise, and this that is basically to check more colloquial language, I would like to go back to the exercise you guys were working on last night. I show you at the end of the class, I remember I show you my answers, but I would like to listen to yours again. Maybe you remember something about this. Or now that you have a better understanding, tell me how communication media affects the author's daily routine. How or why? What does he do in a daily basis? Is his routine interrupted by social media? Maybe he acts like a robot, just, you know, like doing the same over and over again. Or tell me, what can you tell me about it? My goodness, you're so shy tonight. Any idea?
About the second one? Okay.
Silvia or Natalia, sorry? What do you want to say?
The word about the second one. Right.
Maybe the first one, the author's daily routine. If you want to
The
well,
author's
the
daily
second,
routine.
no problem. No, if you want to talk about social events like dinner parties and gigs, no problem. Tell me. Any idea?
I know that the relationship with his friends is not too, it's strong, but not too strong because they only like meet or they know about the others just because the social networking sites, like face to face, and his girlfriend tried to get him to the cell phone, like what is the word? Try to price him
Price.
from the cell phone, and because maybe she's like worried about it, and I think I think she's worried about it and about him because this is like addiction to the cell phone addiction.
Yeah, thank you so much, Silvia. Thank you, thank you. It's a very good argument. Any other person who wants to add any other information? That's basically the summary Silvia did. Let me show you back again my answers that maybe summarize all your ideas, of course. So here we are again. This is what I did. What you did doesn't have to be exactly as this, but you guys did something very interesting with your classmates. Yeah, because you were sharing your ideas. So in the morning, he checks his email, text, and Twitter feed before getting up. Then again, when he gets out of the shower. At work, he's in a constant state of distraction. It is the same in the evening. He misses the pub because he's sitting on his bed thumbing online. Yeah, so maybe if he goes to any gig of, I don't know, let's say one of his favorite bands, he's missing it, even if he's there. Yeah. Okay. Social events. That is exactly what I was introducing. He goes to parties, pubs, and dinners, but he's there only in spirit. Tell me, just a very quick answer. In which situations have you been only in spirit? In class, no? Any situation? Maybe in a family get together when you don't really get along with your cousins, no? And you are just there because you were forced to go? Where? Or when?
Before, I almost like feel I was like almost addicted to the cell phone because it was like uh, I met up with my friends, and okay, I going I was going to their house, but we always like just like with the phone. We start to use the phone even when we were together, and I think it's sad because it's pretty normal in nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Silvia. That is something related to what I tell my students on Saturdays. I teach teenagers at the Language Institute at Ways on Saturdays. And well, some of them are very focused, of course, but some others are just checking their phones. And I just try to, to make them realize like, well, you are getting connected to a person now that is not next to you. By later on, when you are not with these people that are your friends, you are writing or chatting, texting them. This is kind of weird. That is a paradox. Yeah, that is a contradiction. And here, talking to my best friend that is, I don't know, in her house, for example. Then I go and visit my best friend, but I'm chatting with another person, you know? So it's like, well, doesn't make sense to me. Okay, thank you for sharing. When he organizes a dinner party, he thinks nothing of his friends being on the phone or Twitter throughout. At a festival, one of his friends spent his time trying to recharge his phone, then reading about the gig he was actually attending, which is very sad. Relationships. He feels more lonely than ever, so he feels lonelier. He hasn't met up with his housemates from university in a long time. Doesn't make it to the pub in time to see his friends and neglects his girlfriend. You understand the word neglects? Neglects is when you say no, it's like you do this. Yeah, that's it. Okay, questions? No questions? Well, we are done of this. Done with
Teacher?
this. Yeah.
Sorry, teacher, I don't understand the word necklace. Necklace?
Neglect is when you say no to something or someone. So basically, it's to just, you know, like a kind of refuse. Yeah, like when you say no. So that's basically what he does with his girlfriend.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. My dear friends, one exercise for you very quickly. Let me see if we have time for this one. What time is it? Oh yeah, we are okay. Because at the end of the meeting, I would like you to just register some of the sentences for me so I can start checking and getting you scores. So we are going to do the listening, but before listening, I would like you to work on exercise on your own. This is very simple because we have gone through the whole reading. Find the words or sentences in the article that tell you the things below. For example, the author is always close to his phone and laptop, and they tell you in which paragraph you should look for the information, which makes the exercise easier. My phone and laptop are within constant touching distance. Okay, let's do the second one together, and then you do the rest of them by your own. He receives news from his friends online throughout the day. Paragraph 2.
The first phrase.
Yes. Yeah, but it was not my intention, but yeah, that's the meaning. So he has a constant retrieval of information. That's it. That's exactly what it means. So that's very interesting that you guys are going to do it like this because we have already, you know, gone through the whole thing. Awesome. Spend some time on it, please. Tell me when you are done. Work on 3 to 9. Do you understand? Hands up if you understand. Let me see. Use the reaction. Thumbs up if you understand. Thank you, Lisette. My goodness, what about the others? They don't know what to do. Thank you, Jessit. Thank you, Natalia. I hope you guys are looking for the reaction. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Jean-Claude. And okay, do it. Carlos, could you do it? I'm sorry. Could you open the book?
Yes, teacher, I have a problem with my internet today. The book doesn't open. In the
Oh.
first class, I have the same problem, but my classmate doesn't have this problem.
Oh no. Yeah, maybe it's the connection. But did you fix it already?
Yes, I have a problem with my internet connection. Today, the other days, no problem.
The problem is that if I show you, I cannot show you the whole thing, you know. Wow.
Yes.
Sorry about it.
The Zoom operate normal, but other page wait for share.
Yeah, it may happen.
Yes, sorry, teacher.
No, it's okay. Thank you for telling me. Okay. Thank you so much for saying that you are done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Was it easy? Let's check very quickly. Tell me, guys. Which sentence or part of the text can tell us that he has friends that he has known for years? Which one?
The sentence, okay. In the paragraph 2 and the final of this paragraph, there is a sentence that say, I am a rational professional man with a beautiful girlfriend and long-standing mates.
Very good. Thank you, Elkin. Awesome. It's exactly what we studied. Yeah, long-standing mates means that friends that he has known for years, long relationships. Okay. I think I'm going to erase this because this is very much like the same vocabulary we were checking. Okay. Next one. His phone is not help. No. Yeah. He's not the only person who feels lonely in this way. Thank you, Jessie, for raising your hand.
In the first part, the three paragraphs.
1, 2,
I'm
3.
not alone. 3.
Here?
Paragraph 3. Number
Uh-huh.
3.
Yeah.
The first part. I am
Okay.
not alone in feeling like number 3.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm not alone in feeling like an island. Yeah.
I
Good.
am an
Mhm.
island. In a recent survey of young people, 70% say they found it difficult to make friends in real life compared with online.
Yep. Very good. His phone is not helping his relationship with his friends. Tell me, guys. Which sentence says that?
Teacher,
Yes, Natalia.
The 5 sentence, teacher? Yes, right?
Yep.
Mhm. In the paragraph, say, far from bringing closer to people, my phone drives me further away.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you, Natalia. Awesome. Okay. It's not easy for his girlfriend to get his attention. It's not easy. Paragraph 4. So, guys,
With teacher, which number
6. It's not easy for
number
his
6?
girlfriend to get his attention.
The final paragraph number 4. When my long suffering girlfriend comes around, he has to prize me from my phone or internet or the
Yeah,
internet.
very good. Exactly like that. He talks to friends online when he should be working.
Okay, teacher, in the paragraph
Paragraph
5.
sorry.
Thank you, Silvia and Andres.
No, it's okay, Sylvia. Go ahead. No worries.
No.
Oh my goodness, no, come on.
Continue.
So,
Ladies first. No worries.
okay, come on. I chatted away social networking sites, delaying tasks, procrastinating. We always
Yes, I share away on social networking sites, delaying tasks.
Nice. And his friend did not concentrate fully when he was watching Rihanna play because he had another thing to do. Paragraph 6.
Teacher, when one shared, he spent all of Rihanna headline said reading updates from Twitter about a gig that he was already at.
Very good. Perfect. And the last one. He and his friends can't give up social media. Thank you, Elkin, for raising your hand.
Okay. 9 is in the first part of the paragraph number 7. The terrifying thing is that none of us can go cold turkey.
Yeah. So if you cannot go Turkish, you can stop with the addiction. Awesome, my dear friends. I hope you guys learned a lot of vocabulary and you can use it. This is part of our class today, but I'm changing my mind and I just made another decision because I would like you to work on the next thing, work together. So maybe we can work on it tomorrow if we have time. Because tomorrow is the time for general review and we are good on time, so that's perfect. Let's do this one right away together. So, what is the meaning of mates? Friends or family members?
Friends, teacher.
Friends. Way beyond, a short way past or a long way past?
A short way past?
A long way past. My goodness, I don't like this highlighter. So thick. Go cold turkey. Something less or stop doing something completely.
Stop doing something completely?
Yes. Booze. Alcoholic drinks or soft drinks like water and orange juice?
Alcoholic.
Alcoholic drinks. Good. That's everything related to the vocabulary. You guys have learned a lot of things, like some people, kind of events that they can go, yeah, the verbs you can use for that, and colloquial language related to social media and relationships. Wonderful. So now is the time for you to work on and to give me a product. So, land date checked. This one. This one is for you today. Oh my God, the problem is that I have a lot of things in mind that we cannot work on them, but maybe let me see. Why is it like this? Ah, okay, because I have this activity for you, like it's just like a short link related to words related to pi. No, we are going to skip it, sorry. And we are going to do this. People in the picture that you identify or recognize. Well, I know that those are cartoons, but you know them?
Lady Gaga,
Baby Beckham, Eddie Murphy, Maria Teresa,
María Teresa,
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
Uh-huh.
Queen Elizabeth?
Creo que sí.
I think so.
David Beckham.
Okay, let's see. We are going to plan a fantasy dinner party. Yeah? You guys need to create an invitation. I'm going to give you a model. We are going to listen to some people and then I will give you some time. I would like you to have a lot of time, so let's do it quickly. Your fantasy dinner party. There will be a total of 8 guests, the students in your group and 5 other guests. You can invite any person you like, living or dead. This is an opportunity to meet famous people who you have always longed to meet. This is like you have always wanted. You have always desired, yeah, to meet. It is important that the evening is a success, so the guest list should work well as a whole. You may decide that you want a particular theme, such as sport, politics, or film, or you may prefer a mixture of people. Yeah, like a lot of people can go, yeah, whoever you want. You should produce a seating plan according to who you think will get on well together and have plenty to talk about. A seating plan means, like, for example, when you have to organize the tables and chairs, and you just have some labels like, let me see. Jean-Claude sits next to Gerson because they may talk about sports, for example. Lisette and Mabeline may sit together because they may be interested talking about science and discoveries. You know, that's the sitting plan. Have you ever been to a party in which you have assigned a seat? Maybe weddings. Yeah, they gather people together according to families or something like that, or friends, or school friends, you know. So that's a sitting plan. What else do we need? Include yourselves in the plan. You will also need to think about what subjects of conversation to introduce and what questions you would like to ask your favorite guest. So, while we are going to work on the listening, that is the introduction for this, you guys please go to my folder. You already have access. I don't know if any of you can share the link here in the chat, just in case people who have not checked the email. Yes? And go to our classwork, because that in that folder you guys have the tags. Okay, what are we gonna do? We are going to listen to 6 people talking about who they would invite to dinner. Yeah, people who they have always longed to meet. And you guys need to tell me, for each suggested guest, what are the reasons for inviting him or her? Yeah, what are the suitable subject of conversation, like you know, like maybe, I don't know, the probabilities, science, sports, I don't know, films. And what are the possible questions to ask or things to say? Do you understand? Boys and girls? Is it okay? So let's do
Yes,
the
teacher.
listening. I'm not sure if maybe it's okay. Let's do some. I don't want you to feel in a rush. That's the way I'm feeling because of the time and the activities I planned. But it's okay. Let's take the introduction. Let's take it easy so we can have a lot of things and tools to create our invitation. So if we do not get to the time to finish the product, we can work on the first part, that is pretty much like individually. And later, tomorrow, I can just send you to the same room with the same person you were working on today, and you can finish the final product that is our invitation. Yeah, it's okay, because we can continue editing our document. So let's take it easy. Okay. First, listen to 6 people. Please take notes and try to answer these things for me. Okay? What are the reasons for inviting that person? What are the suitable subjects of conversation? And what are the questions to ask or say? Okay, let's do it. Let's listen. Please take notes. Okay, are you guys ready?
Unit 5, recording.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's go.
6. 1.
At my fantasy dinner party, I would have to invite Lady Gaga. I think she'd be a really fun guest to have at a dinner party. It would probably be a fancy dress dinner party, and then I could ask her all about her clothes and where she finds them all. We could talk about her music and fashion and things like that. And I'd also get her to sing some songs at my dinner party as well.
2.
I've always wanted to meet Eddie Murphy, actually. That would be the person that I would choose for my dinner party if I could. And the reason is because I just find him absolutely hilarious. And I'd want to ask him what it is about him that makes him funny. What does he think it is? Because some people just are funny and other people aren't. And I'm really interested to know what that magical ingredient is, and if you can teach it, or if he's always been funny, which probably he has, and what does he prefer, like, to do most, stand up in front of an audience, or movies and TV or interviews. I'd be interested to know the answer to that question.
3. If I could choose someone to invite, I think it would be Mother Teresa. I think it's someone that's always fascinated me, having travelled quite a lot and seen what you see in countries that aren't your own, and the poverty and the illness. I think it's quite amazing that someone gave up their whole life to try and address that problem, and it's someone that's really fascinated me for quite a long time. I'd ask her why she chose to give up her life and help others. I think that she'd be just so fascinating to talk to, and it's someone I really admire. So I'd kind of like to say thank you for the inspiration she's given me. 4.
I'd love to meet Marilyn Monroe, so I would definitely invite her. And the first reason would be because to have somebody that beautiful and amazing in a room would just be phenomenal and a one-off. And I then could ask her questions like, what colour lipstick is the best red that you can get? And all those girly questions that you could ask. But then I'd ask her stuff about her movie career and whether she felt like she'd ever been in love, and who those people would be. that she really felt she loved. And I think I'd ask her if she hadn't have been, if she hadn't died when she did, what she would have liked to have gone on to do after.
5. I would choose any king or queen from history, but probably I think the most interesting person to have at my dinner party would be Queen Elizabeth I, because there would be so much to ask her about, and she's such a fascinating figure. First of all, I'd like to ask her how she managed to be such a powerful queen for so long when being a woman in those days was difficult enough, and how she maintained her power over all those years. And of course, I'd like to ask her about her day-to-day life and all those domestic details, like was she able to brush her teeth, or was she bald under her wig, or so many interesting details, which I think would be amazing to find out the truth about them, and how she really felt about being Queen of England, and what that meant to her.
6. If I could invite anybody I wanted to a dinner party, I think I'd invite David Beckham, because not only is he extremely good looking, but also I think he'd have some really good stories to tell about places he'd been and people he'd met, and the World Cup, and what it feels like, just what it feels like to be as famous as he is, really, and what his life's like, I suppose. Yeah, he'd be really good.
That was very interesting, and I like that one because it was clear. Do you want to listen again to just contrast your notes?
Yes, please,
teacher. Cool, that would be nice. So we will listen again, and you go one by one to add more details that you can tell me about those people that he or she would like to invite, because that's exactly what you guys are going to do. You are going to think about people you will invite, and we are going to develop the text this way, okay? So let's do it again. Listen again. And if you want to help yourself with more information, you can also do this second part, which is take the phrases in this section. Let me show you. In this section that we have useful language, you can pick the ones that you hear, because some of them, all of them use some of these phrases. Yeah, the reason I've chosen him is it's someone that always fascinated me. I've always wanted to meet. Yeah, so these are some tools you guys can use for a better understanding of the speech. Okay, so you can work on it. Let me just play it again, and you can work on it and also on the details you wrote. Let's go. The only reason I just put my camera on while you guys are listening is because I want you to be focused on the exercise. Listen again.
Unit 5, Recording 6. 1.
At my fantasy dinner party, I would have to invite Lady Gaga. I think she'd be a really fun guest to have at a dinner party. It would probably be a fancy dress dinner party, and then I could ask her all about her clothes and where she finds them all. We could talk about her music and fashion and things like that. And I'd also get her to sing some songs at my dinner party as well.
2.
I've always wanted to meet Eddie Murphy, actually. That would be the person that I would choose for my dinner party if I could. And the reason is because I just find him absolutely hilarious. And I'd want to ask him what it is about him that makes him funny. What does he think it is? Because some people just are funny and other people aren't. And I'm really interested to know what that magical ingredient is, and if you can teach it, or if he's always been funny, which probably he has, and what does he prefer, like, to do most, stand up in front of an audience, or movies and TV or interviews, I'd be interested to know the answer to that question.
3. If I could choose someone to invite, I think it would be Mother Teresa. I think it's someone that's always fascinated me, having travelled quite a lot and seen what you see in countries that aren't your own, and the poverty and the illness. I think it's quite amazing that someone gave up their whole life to try and address that problem, and it's someone that's really fascinated me for quite a long time. I'd ask her why she chose to give up her life and help others. I think that she'd be just so fascinating to talk to, and it's someone I really admire. So I'd kind of like to say thank you for the inspiration that she's given me. 4.
I'd love to meet Marilyn Monroe, so I would definitely invite her. And the first reason would be because to have somebody that beautiful and amazing in a room would just be phenomenal and a one-off. And I then could ask her questions like, what colour lipstick is the best red that you can get? And all those girly questions that you could ask. But then I'd ask her stuff about her movie career and whether she felt like she'd ever been in love, and who those people would be that she really felt she loved. And I think I'd ask her if she hadn't have been, if she hadn't died when she did, what she would have liked to have gone on to do after.
5.
I would choose any king or queen from history, but probably I think the most interesting person to have at my dinner party would be Queen Elizabeth I, because there would be so much to ask her about, and she's such a fascinating figure. First of all, I'd like to ask her how she managed to be such a powerful queen for so long when being a woman in those days was difficult enough, and how she maintained her power over all those years. And of course, I'd like to ask her about her day-to-day life and all those domestic details, like was she able to brush her teeth, or was she bald under her wig, or so many interesting details, which I think would be amazing to find out the truth about them, and how she really felt about being Queen of England, and what that meant to her.
6.
If I could invite anybody I wanted to a dinner party, I think I'd invite David Beckham, because not only is he extremely good looking, but also I think he'd have some really good stories to tell about places he'd been and people he'd met, and the World Cup and what it feels like, just what it feels like to be as famous as he is, really, and what his life's like, I suppose. Yeah, he'd be really good.
Interesting. Awesome. You want to share your answers with me? Tell me about it. You guys were right about the people who are in the pictures. Yeah. Those were the ones that they mentioned. But let's go very quickly to your answers, because that's what I want you to do. And we don't have much time, but at least you can go look at the document and start working on it. So, speaker 1. Who would like to invite that person?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Lady Gaga. Why?
Because her
Because
fashion, like
he's-
she's
Yeah.
She had fun.
Should be fun. But
Fancy?
sorry?
Fancy? I didn't understand.
Oh, talking about Lady Gaga. What things, like, maybe they will talk about?
talk about
About
fashion and music and
Yeah, music, fashion, And what do you think the speaker will ask for? Anything?
Do you think?
The
your dress.
yeah. She will ask her to sing songs and also ask her where she finds her clothes.
Clothes, yes.
Awesome. Second one. Why is the guest for this speaker?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Why did he or she choose Eddie Murphy?
Because he's hilarious.
He's a hilarious man. Yeah, he's more than funny, so awesome. And what things would she ask him? Any idea?
I'm not sure, but I think it's what make he funny?
Yes. Yes, what is his idea about what makes him funny? Yeah, what he thinks he makes him funny. Yeah.
Also about him.
Yeah. Okay, what else? What about the magical ingredient of comedy? Yes. And also if he prefers stand-up comedy or movies on TV. Something that the person would ask him. Okay, what about the next one? What is the next guest for this fantasy party?
Madre Teresa.
Mother Teresa. Yeah. Why?
Is a fascinating person.
Yeah, she's very fascinating and inspiring. For him, yeah, for this guy. What would he ask her?
Why she choose to give up her life and help others.
Yeah, why she gave up her life to help others. Actually, I don't know that story. That's something that would be very nice to know. Yes. Next guest. Gets first speaker 4.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yes, Marilyn Monroe. Why?
Because she was beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. And
amazing.
Yeah, beautiful and amazing in the room. Yeah. I mean, like the person thinks that it would be very cool. Yes, to have someone beautiful and amazing in the same place, in the same room. Awesome. And what information would she ask her?
She said something about lipstick.
Thank you for talking. Thank you. Yes, you're right. What about her lipstick?
Her best red lipstick.
Lipstick, yeah. She will ask her what the best red lipstick is. Yeah, that's so funny. What else? What other things would they talk about?
Her movie career.
Yeah, talk about her movie career and ask if she'd been in love and what she would have done if she hadn't died. Yeah, nice. Next one. What's the next guest?
Queen Elizabeth I.
Queen Elizabeth I. She's not longer with us. She died last year. Last year or this year? This year.
This year.
Yeah.
This year. Yes.
Yeah. Why this person chose Elizabeth Queen or Queen Elizabeth I? Why? She just thinks that's interesting. Yeah. What things would she ask her?
Details about her life and how she managed the power.
Yeah, exactly. How she? That's a good reason. Yes, to know. Yeah, like how she managed to be so powerful. Because of the consequences of being a woman and the situation that women live at that time. Yeah, that was very difficult. What else? That was something is kind of funny that she wanted to know. Didn't you understand that information?
If she was able to brush her teeth.
Yeah, so funny. So this person will ask her about her day-to-day and life and domestic life. If she said something about a wig, if she was bald, without any hair, or if she had to, wear or uses wigs, that is fake hair. I think she was. No, she was not either bald, but that was her hair, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. She had those fancy outfits with hats. Okay. And the last one.
David Beckham.
David Beckham. Why? Why David Beckham?
Because he is good looking.
Yeah. Sorry, again? I
Sure,
just.
because it's extremely good looking.
Yeah, sorry, it's because it was just a broken message. Thank you. You're right. The person says that he's extremely good looking. Yeah, and he would have interesting stories about what?
The World Cup.
The place and peoples.
Yeah, interesting stories about places he has been with, people he has met. Sorry, places he has been to. Cool. And what other things will they talk about?
World Cup.
The World Cup. And just like, what is it like to have a famous life or being a famous figure? Interesting. Okay, my dear friends, you guys did a very good job. So, because of the time, we are not going to start with the activity now, but let me tell you, yes, how it's gonna be, so tomorrow we can continue with it. Okay, you guys already told me this. The idea is that you guys are going to do something like this. Yeah, you are going to make an invitation, you are going to create this fantasy dinner party. You have to work with another person. Let me show you the document. Maybe you guys already checked it. You guys are not going to edit anything today, please. Oh my God, I closed it. Does anyone have it open so you can share your screen? So it's easier and faster? Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let me just let you share the screen. Done. Okay, go please. Thank you, Silvia. Go to our folder. I'm not sure if you have it open. Our folder. I mean.
What folder, teacher? The folder. Could you send the link?
Oh no, it's okay. I was
in the chat.
It's okay. Let me just open it very quickly. It's because I closed it, but maybe I can just go here. As I told you, this is not my computer, so I'm just trying to.
Or in your email, Silvia.
I closed it by accident. Here we are.
Wait.
You got it?
No me
Got it first than me. Okay. We got it at the same time. Uh-oh. What did I do with you? Okay, here we are. You are group 1. We have read at the same time, so go ahead. Okay. So the first part, which is the individual part, well, individual is like you are going to be with another person in the room, so you guys can share the ideas. So think of 5 gets to suggest. Yes. Put them in order of preference. So it means the first person is the one that you like the most. Yeah, your favorite. And that way the other ones that you would like to invite. And make notes on the topics. So make notes on the topics means that you guys are going to write here. For example, I would invite, let's say, well, Mother Teresa or Marilyn Monroe. You're not going to copy those, but that's the same what you're going to do. And when you have, okay, here student 1 writes her or his 5 gets, yeah, with the notes. And on the other spot or box, student 2 writes, yeah. Each couple or every one of you will have 2 slides. The first one for sharing your ideas, and the second one, can you please click on the second one? Thank you. For writing your fantasy dinner party invitation. So you guys write the names on top of the slide and then write your invitation here. Do you understand what you have to do?
No.
No? Okay, Julian, no problem. In the first slide, Silvia, go back, please. Thank you so much. In the first slide, you guys are going to write the ideas for your 5 guests, yeah? People who you will invite, yeah, to your fantasy dinner party. Fantasy dinner parties, you can invite live or dead people, yeah, no problem. So in the first part, each of you write the ideas you have, yeah. Remember that only one person can edit, so you can just create a document for you, like a Word document, and you can share it with the other partner and tell that person, put it there for me, because remember that only one person can edit the slide, yeah. When you have this and you contrast your ideas, go to the second one, please, Silvia, thank you. You guys make a decision about what kind of party are you creating, what is the theme. It could be sports, it could be music, it could be literature, science, whatever you want. I will explain that tomorrow again, don't worry. And you guys are going to create the final product here. While you are doing that, I'm going to visit the rooms because I'm going to give you a score, yeah, for this. Is it clear now? Maybe? Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay, so I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you guys have learned lots of vocabularies today. We are getting to the end of our unit, and tomorrow we will continue with this fantasy part. Okay? Have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you so much for your time and commitment today.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
My pleasure.
Teacher,
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Take care. See you tomorrow.